Hello, Mildred! And also Larry. Hello, Larry.
Hello, me.
How are you doing?
I am doing most... I'm doing most excellently, sir.
Fantastic.
We survived another E3.
Yes, we have. Mostly. I'm still mostly alive after the shocking bombshells dropped from a great height and all the amazing gaming news, which kind of we already knew was happening.
Yes. It was a bit of a slow burner this year. It wasn't very good, but that's because basically it's always a bit of a pulling out what's remaining in the fridge type year for E3 because they're all gearing up for the console releases next year. So all the big guns are being, putting all their stuff into that, and they can't announce anything this year. So we're just getting all the stuff they've been sort of dragging their heels with for this generation.
Absolutely. And of course there are certain games I expected them to mention that they didn't, so I'm assuming they're now going to be put aside for the next gen. So yeah, as you say, this is kind of the reheated leftovers.
Yeah, it's I got a couple of eggs, got some mayonnaise,
some like a half-opened packet of baking soda in the back of the fridge.
Yeah. Got some ham. It started to curl, go hard.
It's probably going to be all right.
Yeah, you just cut the bad bits out, it'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to risk it, but equally that stuff's expensive. You know.
I'm not paying another £2 for 10 slices of ham.
Yes,
they won't know the difference. Just cover it in mayonnaise and.
If they get food poisoning, we'll claim they caught it off a bad man. Dear. So the only exception to that is Nintendo, because they haven't got any sort of imminent hardware coming out.
No, well, apart from the fact they didn't really show any sort of 3DS titles this year. So
I think that's the end of the 3DS, isn't it, from their point of view?
So yeah, I think they're sort of slowly winding up, and it's going to be the Switch, even if it hasn't got a very good battery life to become a handheld system.
It was one of those things when they said, don't worry, guys, we're still going to be supporting the 3DS. And we all just went, oh.
Yes.
We know what that means. The exact opposite of what they said.
Yes.
And indeed.
Yeah, they said that about the Game Boy. Yes. And the Game Boy Advance. And...
Yes. And the 3D. Yeah, we just literally reel off all of them now, really.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. So I reckon we should begin with Sony, because it'll be the quickest one.
Yes, there you go. I'm moving on. Yeah.
Yep, that was easy. Yeah. So for those not in the know, Sony didn't turn up.
No. Oh, sorry, I missed the bus. I just can't be bothered to go, to be honest.
I mean, I was going to go, but then I thought I've never done that expansion for Horizon Zero Dawn.
And we're supposed to announce that game. What was that zombie one that come out this year?
Oh, God.
Days Gone.
That's it.
Which was supposed to come out in 2017, and they were supposed to announce the sequel last year. That's how much it was delayed. So
bloody hell.
So yes,
they literally skipped. They just didn't go to E3. Didn't think it was important enough. Meh.
No last.
Didn't even do announcements or anything really.
Yes.
Very odd. Do you think is this a worrying trend for E3? Do you think E3 is going to slowly become irrelevant? I think
that the time of year is going to be relevant, as they're going to gravitate towards this sort of top mid-year thing of what's happening in the next 6 months. But I think E3 is. I think it's just too much pressure on them that they have to do this thing in an hour and a half. All their years of a whole year of sort of culmination of work in 6 months in May, and so they're pressured into releasing something that's unfinished as well to show people.
Yeah, I suppose that's the core of it, really, isn't it? I mean, from their point of view, would they just like a time of year where they all just make press releases and then don't have to do something on a bloody stage? Would that help?
Possibly.
Well, then that's not E3, is it? That's not anything.
No, I mean, it's just a normal press release, really, a glorified press release today.
Yeah. So Sony skipping it is, yeah.
I think Nintendo's got it right with that Nintendo Direct, really. Doing it as a more regular thing, sort of bi-monthly sort of show, rather than just doing everything in May or June in this case. Yeah,
keeps things interesting, doesn't it? I mean, they still did have quite a big presence at E3, didn't they? So they are still doing it. But
yes.
It's interesting because you would think they were the ones who would perhaps not be doing it.
No.
Because, they've got their stuff going on, as you say. But no, Sony just took up their toys and hid in their bedrooms.
So it does make you think stuff like The Last of Us 2, is that going to be a PlayStation 5 game now?
I think that's very likely, isn't it? Very, very likely, because there was, of course, no mention of it. I mean, I know that's because it's a Sony game, but they haven't mentioned it at all for anything, have they?
Well, Sony love announcing games like years and years before they come out. As well.
I don't know what you mean. I mean, they announced that Final Fantasy VII remake, and it was out the next week.
Yes. Sony's so bad at it. They just, by the time it comes out, you think you've finished it already from the amount of press releases they do for it. It's coming next year. It's coming. And it's just off.
I've seen over 19 hours of gameplay videos in trailers.
Yeah, I've played the entire game. I'm watching it.
Oh, God. So let's mention, I suppose, what Sony have done recently.
Yeah.
Because they had a couple of announcements, and they basically said there's going to be a PlayStation 5.
Yeah. Which is news. Water is wet.
So, yeah, exactly. There's nothing else beyond that except it'll be able to do 8K video. Brilliant. The 3 people in the world with 8K televisions will be well chuffed. I mean, the take-up of 4K isn't really enough to make a big thing going on, is it?
No, I think people are still burnt over 3D TVs, and they're still reluctant.
Yeah,
really.
Fully understandable. And there's so little 4K content out there for the sort of general person on the street, isn't there? You've got some Netflix stuff.
Yeah.
You can turn your Xbox One X or PlayStation 4 Pro up to 4K if you want the frame rates to suffer.
Don't mind playing 30 frames a second.
And, yeah. A couple of UHDs. That's your lot, really, isn't it? Blu-rays. About 20% of people still don't have a proper bloody HD television.
I saw that the other day, and I thought, wow.
I mean, I'm not saying they've got like an old CRT or something, but they've got a flat screen, but that's some weird aspect ratio when they were just basically doing weird monitor.
Is that 480p thing.
So, yeah, and 5 and all the weird fucking shapes in between that don't actually match anything you can display on it.
The thing is about these more high and higher scale televisions is you don't notice the difference until you've sat down in front of one, really. So it's still perfectly good.
And 8K is a problem because you need a fucking great screen and be very close to it to even be able to notice the difference between 4K. You need like some farcically massive thing you're sitting too close to, really, in order to be able to actually discern the bloody difference.
Well, even HD, you need a television over 40 inches to truly appreciate it.
And the majority of people who've got 4K televisions, it's slightly too small or slightly too far away or slightly too both to really tell a whole lot of difference between 4K and, just standard 1080p. I mean, that is still at least feasible if you can get relatively close on a big screen. But 8K, it's a bit crazy.
Yes. Where does it end as well? We're going to get 16K?
Yes, 420 million K.
Yes.
You have to actually press your eye up against the glass in order to see any difference.
I mean, yeah. Hey, 16K, what does that get you today?
You need more than that for a letter.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. They've also showed another trailer for Death Stranding, didn't they?
Yes. Just to confuse people even more into what it's about.
Yeah.
About some sort of postman from the future who travels back to World War One with a baby in a jar.
Which, of course, is a standard weekend in Lowestoft, so... And aren't they doing some sort of crazily expensive 200 quid special edition where you get a life-size pod embryo thing?
Yes. Yeah, because everybody wants a fetus in a jar, don't they?
What the fuck?
Are they going to use it as like a lava lamp or something?
Why do they do... You get so much shit in these farcically overpriced special editions now, don't you? None of them keep their money at all.
No.
I mean, the vast majority, you can wait a few months and pick it up for nothing, or wait a few months and pick it up second hand for nothing.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is they just take up so much space because the box is huge to them all the time.
Yeah, that's entirely true as well. And they're never even that nice, are they? They're always sort of slightly cheap, lumpy plastic things.
Yes.
But I've heard these are going to be real embryos. So they're going to be clones of Guillermo del Toro. So you can make your own sequel to Pan's Labyrinth.
Come, we're going to get our Hellboy 3 finally.
Yes! Just got to wait 16 years for it to grow.
and go to film school.
Yes, yeah. Actually, the problem is it doesn't have his memories or anything, so it just looks like him. Yeah. Actually, really likes ballet because it turns out they couldn't control all the factors. Oh. Yeah, and that's literally all we can say on Sony, isn't it?
Yes.
We had a couple of announcements recently and skipped E3. Blurg, really?
Like I said, it's because it's a back of the fridge year.
Yeah. Yeah, this is probably it, isn't it? They just didn't have anything interesting fucking shows. They thought, fuck it. Not going to do some half-assed presentation. We'll just skip it entirely.
I mean, I was jumping ahead. I mean, even the big hitters like EA, they had nothing to show this year.
Yeah, I mean, EA had a couple of games. EA was mostly updates, wasn't it? Oh, a map pack. Oh, an expansion.
Apex Legends, Battlefield 5, and Sims 4, if anybody
Yes, oh, yeah, Tropical Island.
Yes. Yeah. And the rest is FIFA and Madden 20, which is...
You mean they're going to do FIFA and Madden games this year? Who knew?
I know, right?
Good God. That's literally it from EA, apart from Jedi Fallen Order.
Yes, which somebody said they found it incredibly boring to watch.
It's just... Well, we'll get onto that later.
Yes.
No, fuck it, let's do it now. We may as well. We're finished with Sony. Fuck it. Let's do EA. Yeah, because exactly as you said, handful of updates and this Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order thing, which it looks very much like what Force Unleashed 2 should have been.
Yes. So it's Force Unleashed 3. Or maybe Psyops and Mindgate Conspiracy, if you ever played that.
Yes, some bloody similarities there. A hint of Assassin's Creed going on. But it looks like it's not open world, it's actually level-based. Which, in my opinion, is a good thing, as long as the levels are well designed.
Well, that's a better example from what I heard. I mean, when I didn't see it until somebody posted like IGN's sort of preview of it or something, and they said it's Uncharted meets Dark Souls.
What?
I know.
Have they played either of those games?
There's nothing like that.
I mean, it's like the fucking Forced Unleashed guys. I mean, you know, very similar.
Oh, here's a fun fact.
Parkour.
Here's a fun fact. The guy who played the main character in Force Unleashed is the exact same actor in Days Gone.
Oh, I can't remember his bloody name. I used to know it. Sam Witwer.
Yes.
He also does the voice of Darth Maul and... or the voice of Darth Maul these days. Yeah, he took over from Serafinowicz.
Yeah, I know. He actually recorded the lines for that one.
Yes, and they weren't used, were they?
Yeah. Oh, I feel sorry for it. They said he's just more recognised now.
Yeah, as this sort of weird supply geography teacher voice.
Yeah.
Which I don't really understand. He also stands in for Palpatine in a lot of the Clone Wars cartoons and that. But not in Rebels, because they actually got McDiarmid.
Execute Order 66.
The other thing that stopped me from watching the trailer, had stuck in my mind, is the guy who plays him, is that Jeremiah from Gotham?
If it's not, it's somebody who looks exactly fucking like him.
I know, oh my god, it's young Joker.
Yeah, no, it really does look precisely like him.
So is it him?
That is a bloody good question. Do you know, I didn't actually look. I'm going to bloody check now. Because old, what's his face? Forrest Whitaker's in it, isn't he? As Saul Guerrera, who's like from the Clone Wars stuff and Rebels. And of course, everybody's favourite, mostly cut and left on the cutting room floor character from Rogue One.
Oh, yes.
Borgullet.
Oh, I was going to say the guy who dies at the beginning of the Crying Game, but...
There we are. Let's see. Yeah, it is him. It totally is him.
Is it actually him?
Yeah, it does appear to be.
It's good though, because he's a really good actor.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the guy who played Penguin, it looks like Repsion as well.
Yeah, his name is Cameron Monaghan, apparently.
Ooh. I'm surprised they went with somebody so recognisable as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's good they're doing for real actors now.
Yeah. I mean, as opposed to, some of the bloody voice stuff we've got over the years. I think, bloody Shining Force 3 and Now Bear My Arctic Blast and all that kind of stuff. Just get the bloke from the production office to do all the voices,
It's like that guy down the road, he knows he can do voices.
So yeah, get him in. Get him in.
Go do your... Do your John Major impression. That's it. Hello.
Yes.
Do your Mr.
Nice
Bean impression.
peas, Norma.
Do your Mr.
Actually, that
Bean
was more
impression.
like Mr. Bean.
Hello.
Do your Sean Connery impression. Hello. Oh God. Yeah, but that's not much else to say on this, really, is it? I mean, it still feels Forced Unleashed-y. It might be really good.
I'm definitely going to buy it because I like most of the Star Wars games.
I quite enjoyed the first Force Unleashed. Not the second, obviously, because it's like
No, the second was terrible. Well,
It's not even half finished.
Apart from that boss fight where you have to spend half an hour trying to move a ship.
Oh, fucking hell. That's one of the worst sequences I've ever played in a video game, genuinely. It took so long.
What were they thinking as well? Yeah, no, I brought back a repressed memory there, didn't I?
Yeah, fuck, that was bad. Plus, in this game, you've got a robot that kind of looks like a chicken made out of binoculars.
Yes. Or it's like a decapitated Johnny Five.
Yeah, robot chicken.
Yeah.
To tie in. Yes.
Or the robot from Space Camp.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's fucking hell, man.
Hello, I'm your friend.
That's dangerously accurate. Yeah. I'm now secretly believing you are that robot.
No, that was... Oh, I think everything was played by... what's his name in those years? The guy who played Fred in Scooby-Doo. He sort of done all those voices.
Yes.
Frank Welker.
Yeah.
That or Pee Wee Herman.
80s voice, man.
Pee Wee Herman done all loads of robot voices in the 80s as well.
I didn't know that. Old Paul Rubens.
Paul Rubens, he done the voice of the robot from...
Flight the Navigator, of course.
And he also does the voice of the DJ robot in Star Wars as well. You know, the one from the Disney rides and stuff.
Ah. Oh, no, I don't know much of that. I've never been on those. But...
Oh, okay. He's like a big character at Galaxy's Edge now in Disneyland.
Oh, shit. Oh. Interesting.
But we are off topic now. So
True, but that's our trademark. So that's Sony and EA.
Yes.
Quick, weren't they? Bloody hell. We're supposed to better mention the new player on the block of Google coming along.
Yeah, Google Stadia.
It's like a stadium, except there's more of them.
Yes, it's an anagram of on live.
Fucking on live, man. Have you still got the console in the back of your wardrobe?
I got two of the bloody things.
One for each eye. You can play it in stereo.
Well, basically, they done that thing at Eurogamer, didn't they? That EGX thing where they gave them out for free. And I didn't go that year.
Yeah, I didn't go that year.
I didn't go that year, so I went and bought one off eBay. Some guy was... Because everyone and their mother was flogging them on eBay. I got one for like 20 quid. And then online wrote to me. I said, do you want one? And I said, all right then. It never come, so it got lost in the post. I said, have you sent it yet? Oh, sorry, it must have got lost in the post. Send me another one. I get loads of the bloody things for the post. So I got half a shed for the bloody... all completely useless. Actually, they're not completely useless. They are Bluetooth joypads. So you can
And
use
they
them.
were nice joypads.
Yes, they're really nice.
Genuinely good joypads, so that's something. Yeah.
So really well built. So are you going to be getting Google Stadia?
Maybe to do a video or something.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the explicit... See, the problem is... well... The infrastructure still isn't quite there for most people, is it?
No, especially since they're going, you can take it anywhere and play all these high-end console games. Well, no, you can't.
Yeah, fucking Travelodge has amazing internet.
Yeah, I was just going to say, the most likely... I mean, you would count yourself as a more hardcore gamer, wouldn't you?
Yes.
And so you'll be the sort of person who'd take it to a hotel room when you're travelling and doing sort of events and stuff like that. So, and hotel broadband is absolutely shite. So you couldn't play it.
Yeah.
And there's nothing to download onto the controller itself, so you couldn't even do any offline stuff.
I mean, if your bloody connection drops out for a second or even slows down much for a second, your whole screen is going to go berserk.
And you die.
Yeah, that's good as well.
Yes.
So you've heard of AntStream, that sort of retro streaming
they're
service?
asking me to promote that actually at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, I got an email or something on that, but they kind of used a bit of footage of me slightly out of context when I looked at it at things. So it's not like terrible or anything.
That scene where I got my penis out.
So, yes. Yeah. No, they made it look like I didn't get my penis out. I was appalled. That's my trademark, sir. I backed it on Kickstarter and got like the sort of basic thing, and I'm really impressed by the latency of it, because I mean these are real proper old Twitch games, you know. You've got to have the super reaction one, and that works really fucking well, but probably because the inputs are so simple, you know what I mean. And
I played it at the London Expo last year, and that was quite impressive.
Yes, that's when I did. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't use any footage of me. I wasn't good enough.
That's because you said it was shit and kept throwing up on it.
Yeah.
It's so bad, I'm going to puke on you now.
I just got to play White Jet Set Willy on it.
Yeah, it was. I mean, the lack of latency really impresses me, and it looks really fucking good because, of course, even through compressed video, there's so little going on with sort of retro stuff.
Yeah.
But if my internet connection is shit for even half a second, it's Artifact City. You know, for that horrible second, and the keyframe's gone, then it comes back.
Just turns into Pitfall, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You can only play Pitfall as a result. You know? And that's not a problem their end. That's just how the internet is, you know. And if you're not living in a major city, Christ, I sent a video.
I live in London, and internet shit here. So.
True enough. I mean, we've got super fast fucking Virgin broadband on this entire road, except for my house. Because it's got a private driveway, apparently, so they can't install a cable. So I'm like,
Can't they go over the old telegraph poles or anything? Or?
No, it has to be underground. That sort of cable. Yeah, they won't do it over.
Going underground, where hard cable, broadband shit.
Oh dear, well I knew the future.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, it works mostly with that, but going back to the OnLive thing of, for a bloody modern game, you need there's a lot of stuff going on. Your inputs and latency need to be pretty much nothing. And that's going to be virtually impossible unless you're incredibly close to the bloody data centre.
Well,
Don't get me wrong, Google have got a lot of those.
Well, somebody's invented a super tight stream. I think it's Microsoft, maybe. It might be Microsoft, because they're doing cloud streaming soon from your own Xbox, so you don't have to have any subscription to anything. And they got this thing where, I don't know how it works, but I know that there's another technology that OnLive used to use, and I think maybe Stadia is using it, where it actually guesses what you're going to be doing next.
That's the thing, isn't it? This kind of slightly, are you quite playing the game or not? You know, it's this sort of weird Black Mirror type thing going on, isn't it?
On Google Stadia, game plays you.
Yeah. That's why that Chernobyl series about it. God.
You didn't play Google Stadia because there's no Stadia there.
Yes. OnLive was never real. Just been photoshopped out of history. Yeah. The other thing is, of course, what you're getting on your screen is not the game directly. It's a compressed video of the game. So it has that slight sort of artifacting where it's almost like you're playing a really high quality YouTube video. I mean, that's something you'll get used to quickly, but not really screen tears. That's very slight artifacting and sort of smoothing of everything.
Yeah, OnLive got around that by making it slightly blurry.
Yeah, I think OnLive is hopefully we've moved way past that technology, but I think it's going to be the same sort of problems, just less of them, or to a lesser extent. But
okay, you keep going. Sorry.
No, you keep getting. No, by all means, mate.
I don't know if you saw my tweets to Google Stadia last week.
I did not, sir.
Oh, basically,
I did really. I'm just pretending.
Okay, thank you. Very professional of you, sir. No, basically, I had a problem with the fact that you can either rent games, you can either go for like this sort of Netflix type situation, don't they, where you can sort of go on there and just play any games you want for a month.
Yeah.
Or you can go on it for free in 1080p from games that you've bought. But what they haven't said is you never physically own the games. And even digital, the game is on your hard drive, so it's still technically physical for that. But they can take rid of the games anytime they want. They don't have to put it. And that's what happened with OnLive. I bought some games on there. One day they were gone.
Yeah, and then eventually the whole fucking service was gone.
Yeah, and Google's very easy to get rid of stuff, aren't they?
That is exactly what I was going to say. Yeah, if things aren't working, they fucking nuke them, and they nuke them quick.
Because you used to have a load of videos on Google Video, didn't you? You had quite a bit. Was that you?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I started off, I chose Google Video over YouTube.
Oh, no.
For the 8 seconds that was relevant.
Back in the wrong horse there.
So, yes, always back in the right one. And then sort of 10 seconds afterwards, they bought them, you know.
Yeah, follow me on my Hitbox account.
Download this WMV from yousendfiles.net. Yeah, this is the worry, isn't it? Because it's all about control, as ever. They can charge you. If you're not connected to their server, you can't play the game. You know, the absolute fucking wet dream of companies is to control the sort of means of distribution entirely. and to an insane extent where you literally have to be, connected to them constantly. You can't even play anything.
Yeah, it's always online. DRM was a big shitter, wasn't it?
Yes, and this is, technically it has to be that, by the way it works. But as you say, these things get pulled so fucking often, man.
Yeah, I mean, even Google Plus is going soon, isn't it? Because it just didn't do as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And look how hard they pushed that. They forced everybody to use it.
Yeah. Yeah, you couldn't. Yeah, basically, you couldn't use YouTube anymore unless you had a Google Plus account.
So, precisely so. But give an example. There's like Apple. You can buy these, movies on iTunes and stuff, and then you can go and watch them later, and they're just not there. Really? And yes, this has happened with a surprising number of them. And you email the support and go, guys, where I bought this film, why isn't it in there? They go, oh well, licensing restrictions is gone now. Here, have this bloody voucher for buying something else.
Have this U2 album that nobody wants.
Come around and force it in your mouth while you're sleeping. Yeah.
That was a big scam, wasn't it? That they forced everybody to have that U2 album just so Bono could be in the top of the charts, wasn't it?
Yeah, because it's pretty hard not to be in the top of the charts if everybody's been given your record.
You will like this album.
Bloody hell. But yeah, they just take these things, give you a voucher, often apparently for slightly less than the amount of that you spent, and it's gone. You really do not have permanent access to anything by any stretch of the imagination.
You can't even download it.
Yeah, no, this is the whole thing. You can't even download it for your own bloody backup, because there is nothing. It's sitting in some virtual cloud which you have no control over whatsoever.
The thing about rain, the thing about clouds is they rain. So.
But every company's trying to get in on it, subscription models and streaming, because there's regular income and absolute control. So this is going to be more and more of a thing as time is going on.
Very big brother.
Yeah. Do you know the story of Amazon's Kindle e-reader in the early days?
No.
Where a book was suddenly removed from everybody's Kindle who'd bought it.
Oh, what
because
was it?
It turns. It's even more ironic, actually. It was Orwell's 1984. It's absolutely true. Everyone who bloody got a copy suddenly found it disappeared, and Amazon oh god, so sorry, something went through the licensing and stuff. Seriously, Google
public
it.
Domain by now.
Yeah, is anything public domain these days? It's worth a Google, that one, because it's just such an insane story, and of all the most ironic books they could possibly do it with, Oh dear. So anyway, Google's going to run all gaming.
Yes. Where are we anyway?
We are now Nintendo. Do you think next?
Oh, okay. Yes.
They had I was going to say the best one, but I suppose that's because they've got new hardware, as we said. No new hardware. Sorry.
Well, I've read somewhere they announced 2 new models of the Switch.
Oh, I had not heard this news.
I think they're going to go for a more handheld thing with a smaller version with hardwired controllers on the side.
Gotcha.
Which they should call the Light Switch.
Hey! Sold.
So yeah, I don't know what the other one is. Maybe it's an XL version, maybe bigger screen.
Yeah, something with it. They like something with a huge screen. It'll be like the Pro one, and you can plug it in the telly easier or something. Here's a question: do you ever play your Switch plugged into the television?
All the time.
Really?
Yeah, I never have it undocked.
I docked it for the first time since I bought it for testing the other day, and only because I was streaming from it. I've used it entirely as a handheld.
Oh, okay. Well, it improves the resolution and the frame rate of games if you have it docked.
True that, but I'm playing stuff which are mostly deck building games and that anyway. So yeah, and I want to play them. Yeah, not on the TV really.
Oh, okay.
When I'm travelling or whatever.
Well, stuff like
travelling with a plug socket.
Yeah, surely Breath of the Wild would be better on the telly.
Probably would have been, but I played that sitting in bed mostly, if I remember. In fact, that's the big news from Nintendo, isn't it? Breath of the Wild sequel.
Okay. That's not the big news. I play games in bed.
Nintendo, why? This news. Get out of my life.
Coming soon, Ashens in Bed, the game.
It's great. He's got a pillow and everything. Yeah. Whoa. For DLC, you can get a different duvet.
Ashens and the duvet heist.
Just sniffing around the back of Argos with a hammer. A big IKEA bag. So Breath of the Wild sequel and a little trailer. And They seem to have gone Majora's Mask with it, don't they?
Yes. I mean, people are saying, is it going to be co-op now with Zelda with him? It's going to be like a 2-player version or something. But apparently it's going to be heavily influenced by Red Dead Redemption 2.
Really?
Yes. They said the first one was very heavily influenced by Skyrim. So I don't know if that shows for you. But the second one, a lot of the people they had to delay it a little bit because everyone was addicted to playing Red Dead 2. So hopefully it's not incredibly slow paced and have to do everything on a bloody horse.
Oh god, yeah. No, I can never really get on with those. I just find the whole cowboy setting a complete sort of turn off for me, really.
Really?
I'm sure they're good, but yeah, I've always hated anything with bloody cowboys in.
I wonder why.
Including builders.
How about Wild Wild West?
Oh my god, that dreadful Wicked Wild Wild West. Oh my god, Kenneth Branagh as
Kenneth
Dr.
Branagh
Loveless. Yes.
Dr. Cyborg racist. Yeah,
that's Dr. Cyborg racist.
He is more racist than man now.
It's why he looks like a big spider.
Yeah.
He was like half spider by the end of the film.
He had that chair, didn't he?
That was it. And he had a giant spider at the end, didn't he?
Yes. Because I do like steampunk. And I think that works quite well with cowboy stuff.
Steampunk that's probably the only film that ever really got particularly steampunk, wasn't it? Steampunk is very underrepresented in films.
Oh, have you seen, what was that? Infernal Machines. Have you seen that?
Infernal Machines? No.
Basically, giant British cities.
Is that Mortal Engines or something?
Oh, that's it. Yes, that's it.
Yeah. That was a fucking mess, wasn't it? Yeah.
They hyped it to be this big thing. All these big cities and moving about like that. And it only happens in like the first 10 minutes of the movie. And everything else is them walking around on the ground in giant track marks and stuff.
Well, yeah, it's too expensive to have these bloody cities moving around everywhere.
So,
in a book, it doesn't cost anything.
I think that's another premise that would work better as a TV series rather than a book.
Yeah, there's a lot of those, absolutely.
Go down a Game of Thrones sort of route.
No, I think you're spot on with that. Where were we? Breath of the Wild. Yeah, saying it seems to have taken that sort of darker turn, Majora's Mask kind of thing. Maybe, don't know.
Yeah, but hopefully it's not literal and doesn't mean we just can't see fuck all. So.
Yeah. But
so
hey, Skull Kid, hey kids?
Yeah. Where is he? Over there. You can hear the laughing, but you can't see him.
Speaking of laughing, that's not a good segue at all. Animal Crossing.
Ah.
I don't really know anything about Animal Crossing.
No, I've never played it. I've got several copies of it, like special editions and that, because they come with an amiibo when I was into that. But I never played them. So
no, me neither. Well, there's somebody called Tom Nook, and you have to buy a house off him or something. Is that right? I don't even know.
And if you turn the game off without closing down, it gets all grumpy with you and kills you or something.
There's a dog with a guitar called KK Slider or something.
Yes.
PS Slider, PQ Slider.
Yeah.
Slidey Slide Man, something like that. So there we are. We're obviously not Animal Crossing guys.
No. Well, it's been delayed anyway, so.
Oh, great. But if you like Animal Crossing, you can sink hours into this one, because it's one of those quite nice, sort of relaxing passive games, isn't it, is my understanding.
Yes. Luigi's Mansion 3.
Oh, fuck, yeah. Not being funny. He should just get rid of that fucking mansion. This is the third time now.
Well, it's a hotel, this one. So it's not even a mansion at all.
Well, that's just mis-selling.
Yes.
What? So, basically, he shouldn't be allowed near any real estate, because it becomes haunted.
Yes. With a vacuum cleaner, at least, anyway.
So, yeah. This is it. I think he's the source of the problem. I think it's actually him who's haunted. That's the reveal at the end of Luigi's Mansion 5. He was dead all along.
Oh, he's not. He gets a final boss is Mr. Popoff.
Bloody hell, Yuri Geller is the sub boss. So I've never played Luigi's Mansion, actually. Any good?
It's quite good. You never had it for the GameCube. It was like an essential.
No.
It was a launch title for the GameCube.
Well, I probably had it at some stage, but I never played it.
And they remade it for the 3DS as well, because it was supposed to be a 3D game for the GameCube, but they sort of abandoned the 3D thing.
Oh, interesting. What was the second one? Was that for Wii?
3DS.
Ah.
So it's quite a good game. Basically, you're going around sucking up ghosts and trying to hide them, hunt them in a room, trying to work. It's partially a puzzle game where you go into a room, work out where the ghosts are and that, and then have to trap them using different techniques.
Oh, that sounds more interesting than I thought.
Like, you've got to knock them out and stuff like that, or sneak up behind them, stuff like that. So it's quite a good game. A little bit on the short side, but it was fun.
I feel I would go back and play the first one before playing the third, though.
Yeah, I like the first one. I didn't really get into the second one. It's one of those ones where Nintendo's sort of off license to a sort of a third party publisher and that, rather than doing it in house anymore.
Oh.
So,
I didn't even know they did that anymore.
Oh, they do it quite a lot now. They started it with Punch Out on the Wii. They come over to some Canadian company.
Because previously it was just kind of Rare was like a semi-official one, wasn't it? And then
Well, Rare is just really, really good though. I mean, they were proper quality.
The fucking hell, weren't they ever? What else did we get from them? Oh, of course, new Pokemon game, Sword and Shield.
Yes. Are you a Pokemon fan?
No. I bought the first game for Game Boy when it was all being new, but I think I was just too bloody old at the time, to be honest. It never quite clicked with me.
I bought Pokemon Yellow at Market still. And I only played it for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, I put a couple of hours into it, but just didn't. I ended up much more enjoying Card Fighters Clash on the Neo Geo Pocket Color.
Oh.
There's an obscurity for you.
There's a bug in that game where you can't complete it.
That's the DS version, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the DS version was fucked up, which is a shame because it's a bloody good game.
That's a shame.
Do you know I've got somewhere the Pokemon trading card game for Game Boy Color? I've got no idea if that's any good or not.
They only made 2 of them, didn't they, or something?
Yeah. I should play that one day. I do like a
one
good
day,
card
yeah, I've
game.
heard you say this one day.
Yeah, one day. Yes.
One day we should make a video. That's Cassette 50, shouldn't we?
I'll have died of old age before we get around to any of this. But I've probably had that fucking cartridge like 10, 12 years or something.
Yeah, it's under 3 inches of dust at the moment.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, it's in a drawer.
Oh, okay.
3 inches of dust. So, yeah, Pokemon... I mean, is it just... It's just the next iteration of Pokemon?
Yeah, I think so.
I
People are complaining that you won't be able to transfer all the older Pokemon onto it. I know that's one thing. Bit of controversy.
But isn't that useful for people who are less hardcore players of it, who want to do stuff online and that? Because there'll just be people who have everything and can kick your ass if not.
I believe so. I think they're trying to go sort of a soft reboot by letting new people enter the market. Really.
Yeah.
Really, because it's filled with hardcore and that, because you wouldn't be able to get anywhere, isn't it, if it's a whole story behind it and stuff, all the characters.
Yeah, no, absolutely. There's also a character that looks like the Great Grey Wolf Sif from Dark Souls, isn't there?
Ooh.
Like basically a big dog with a sword in his mouth.
Sword in his mouth, the goodest of boys.
Indeed he do. So yeah, more Pokemon. You can tell I'm not particularly a Nintendo man. I'm not giving much useful information on any of this so far.
A lot of Switch releases of older games.
Yeah, fuck hell, isn't there just? They got that Link's Awakening remake, haven't they?
Yes, well, that's a proper remake, though. I meant ports of 5-year-old console games, like Xbox, PlayStation games. I mean, Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 6 is coming out.
Didn't even know they were coming.
Yes. Alien Isolation's coming out for it.
Oh, good God, that's an odd one.
I know. And The Witcher 3.
Holy shit! They really are just porting everything to it, aren't they? Obviously, things are selling on it. You know. Panzer Dragoon as well, I heard.
Yes.
I did like a bit of Panzer Dragoon.
It's a completely different game now as well.
Ooh.
So, well, it's not a completely different game. It looks completely different.
Yeah, because I mean that's a fucking old 3D game from the Saturn, isn't it? And it does not look good by modern standards.
I mean, all it is Space Harrier and a dragon, really. But...
Yes, quite so. I always enjoyed those, though. I like the bizarre designs of everything in that.
Welcome to the fantasy zone.
Get ready. So yeah, that Link's Awakening remake.
Yeah, that looks quite good.
Totally redone with sort of cutesy graphics and stuff, isn't it?
Yes. Did you have that as a young person?
I did not. No. It was a game. Is it the Game Boy one?
Yes, original Game Boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it on holiday in the Isle of Wight from Woolworths. I remember that because I spent the whole holiday playing it.
That's the sign of a good game.
Yes, I always try and sort of complete a Zelda game while I'm on holiday each year, and only get back to the second dungeon because I'm too tired for doing anything. So.
So I think it was No More Heroes 3, wasn't there?
Yes.
That's interesting. I must admit, I didn't know there was a No More Heroes 2.
Yeah, I thought there was no more heroes anymore. So.
So what did 2 come out on?
What? It was the PlayStation 3, I believe.
Fuck, because the first one was Wii only or something, wasn't it?
Mm.
Interesting.
Well, there was another Switch No More Heroes game come out last year. The return of what's his name?
Travis Beltbuckle or something.
Yes, yeah, the return of Travis and that, and he gets sucked into various video games and stuff like that.
That sounds quite interesting.
Yeah, it's quite good actually. You can get it for like 10 quid now. So
how odd. Wonder why I didn't hear of that. Probably because nobody told me.
Travis Touchdown is his name.
That's the man.
Yes.
There's another Marvel Ultimate Alliance game, isn't there? Is that a Nintendo exclusive?
I've not heard of it on any other system. So.
Yeah, they're up to 3 now, aren't they? But 2 is like pretty fucking old. It's like original Xbox, wasn't it? 1 and 2.
The first one was a launch title for the PlayStation 3.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh, well, I've got that completely out of whack in that case. I could have sworn I had a copy of it for the Xbox, the original. I'm going to look it up now and discover that I'm just completely fucking wrong.
So let's have a look at my collection. How dare I can't be bothered to turn my neck 90 degrees.
Is it? Ah! No. Oh yes. It was out for the original Xbox. Good.
Yes.
That would have been genuinely worried if I'd imagined that. Yeah. So the second one was bloody donkeys years ago, wasn't it?
But I think it's got some of the more known Marvel characters now because of the movies and that, like Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff like that, and Deadpool.
Yes.
So that's really that's what it's more for.
Yeah. Get the bloody character recognition in with the kids. Mm-hmm. You liked him on the screen, play as them in the game. Hooray!
Super Mario Maker 2 is coming out, which everybody.
Shit! I missed that one.
Oh, okay. Are you a fan of the original?
I've never played it.
Oh, okay.
Generally, if it's a Nintendo game, I've very rarely played it.
Okay. Well, the special edition comes with a year's subscription to Nintendo's online thing.
Oh, so I'm guessing major online features. Is it co-op this time around or something? Or
I don't know. It's quite confusing why it has got that, really, if it's single player only.
Yeah.
But that's the main reason I'm getting it, because it comes with a year's subscription.
I got a 3-year subscription through Amazon, weirdly, for Nintendo Online gubbins.
How did you manage that?
It's just one of the Twitch rewards when you log in with an Amazon Prime account. It's worth doing because it's free, isn't it?
Yes.
And you can play that Tetris Battle Royale game. That's pretty good, isn't it?
It is. Because everything needs to be Battle Royale this year.
Yes, everything.
Yeah.
I'm making a Battle Royale game where 100 people fight to the death in order to enter a Battle Royale game.
That actually exists.
Oh, no!
That exists. Basically, there's a game coming out where they're doing it in waves.
Oh, my God.
So not only do you have to survive the first 100, another 100 comes in later on, and you have to fight them, and then a third one. So it's basically a survival game rather than a Battle Royale game.
Bloody hell. How about a survival game with fingers and toes? There are 5 people, so there's 100, and the last one with a digit surviving wins.
I had an idea for a kaiju Battle Royale game.
Oh, yeah.
Where instead of the map getting smaller, everybody gets bigger.
Oh, like it.
Yes. No, good idea.
There's going to be no fucker hiding by the end of it, is there?
Exactly.
That's really interesting. Please make it immediately. I want to play.
Okay. Oh, I got no talent, unfortunately, game making.
How do you know till you've invested millions and started your own studio, sir?
Do what everybody else and just steal somebody else's idea and then swap some assets.
Yeah, do the old thing of seeing a really good indie game with terrible graphics and just remaking it with really nice graphics.
Or slap a license on top, that they do.
Oh, slap a license on it. That's it. That's the answer. Do try to think what else.
What should they do with that bloody? Have you seen the trailer for? It's not gaming related. It's a trailer for the Banana Splits movie,
What the fuck? There's a Banana Splits movie?
and it's a horror movie.
What?
Yeah, have you seen it?
As in, 1 banana, 2 banana,
Yeah.
3 banana, 4, Fleagle, Drooper and Snork.
Yeah,
all right.
basically, Warner Brothers bought the rights to a Five Nights at Freddy's movie. They lost it, and they're going to use the script for with using the characters from Banana Splits.
That could be the best fucking thing ever. I'm sure it won't be, but if it is, that would
Well,
be
it's
amazing.
straight to DVD movie, so. But yes,
Straight to VHS movie. Straight to wax cylinder audio.
yeah.
Yeah, that's...
So they want to use something they own that is not used for a while, and
Bloody hell, that's odd.
using the Five Nights at Freddy's script. So
Fucking hell. What's happened to the Five Nights at Freddy movie then? Has that moved studios?
Blum House is doing it now. The people who made District 9, isn't it?
So yeah, Blumhouse know what they do, and they do a lot of horror as well.
Fucking plons.
Interesting. Fucking prawns. Fire Emblem. There's a new Fire Emblem game. That was it.
Yes. Fire Emblem, Dragon's Quest 11 is coming out for it. Definitive edition.
Blimey.
Dragon Quest Builders 2. Mario Sonic at the Olympic Games in Tokyo.
Holy shit.
And apparently they're doing like an old retro mode as well for that.
Oh,
So yes. And
interesting.
that is pretty much it for Nintendo.
There's a couple of new things, weren't there? Astral Chain, which is
Yes.
the latest game from Platinum, so it'll be a brawler.
So nobody will buy it.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be really good, and nobody will buy it. Yes. It looks anime as fuck. It really does. What's a couple of things? And something called Demon Ex Machina. It's like some cel-shaded third-person mech shooter.
Oh, okay.
And I watched the trailer. It just looks like an absolute mess of explosions and colour, and I couldn't see what the fuck was going on.
Oh.
But interestingly, as a
Jangling your car keys trailer, is it?
Yeah, exactly, yes. Stop crying. Hori are releasing these big Joy-Cons that are like half a joypad.
Oh, I've seen them. They look quite good. It does look like a weird sort of Android tablet gaming thing they done about 10 years ago. They used to try
That's it, and you see them all in CEX now for a £5. Yeah, that is exactly it. And weirdly, there's like a tactics strategy game based on the Dark Crystal.
Mm.
I know, right?
Is it like that? Oh, no. Well, it's because Netflix are doing a TV series of
Yes, precisely. Yeah.
it. Chamberlain?
I've got to watch that again, actually. It's a fucking good film, that.
Oh, I found it boring as a kid, to be honest.
I think I did at the time. I remember having it on in the background on television and just like doing something else.
Oh,
But
it's also
something
on
I'd watch now.
It was always on television every 5 minutes, wasn't it? So.
Yes, I think there was a channel for it. Before Channel 5, we just had the Dark Crystal channel, which at Christmas would show one of our dinosaurs is missing.
It's a Saturday afternoons on BBC One.
Dark Crystal, again.
Yes, and coming up afterwards is A Boy Who Could Fly.
Oh my god. No, don't do this to us.
Oh, what's on ITV? Oh, it's Daryl again.
Yeah, oh my god. Data analysing robot youth life form. If my mind ever goes, which I'm assuming it will in about 3 weeks, that's the only thing I'll remember, what Daryl stands for in that film.
Well, it could work for your next career, couldn't it?
Yes. I think that's...
What sort of qualifications have you got, sir? Yeah, well, I knew what Daryl stands for.
Well, that's very handy for our company, which remembers what Daryl stands for.
Yes. It's like that old Monty Python Lion Tamer sketch, isn't it? One of the requirements is, does he have his own hat?
Hats, yes. But it does light up and says Lion Tamer. That's it. I mean, the Fire Emblem thing, they seem to be releasing an awful lot of Fire Emblem games these days. Do you ever get into one?
No, I think I missed the boat on that one, unfortunately.
See, I fucking love turn-based strategy, but I cannot get on with Fire Emblem. Don't know what it is. Just
Do you
never
like-
quite
Do you like
appealed.
Famicom Wars?
Yeah, I did like Famicom Wars or Advance Wars. Yeah. Fucking loved it. Shining Force, fucking love Shining Force. But
Shining
yeah,
in the Darkness.
yeah, less of that. But yeah, it's a shame. And I'll tell you what. Do you know what I've got in my hand right now?
I'd rather not.
Well, I'm afraid I'm going to tell you anyway. It's a copy of Fire Emblem Path of Radiance for the GameCube.
Ooh.
That goes for like fucking 150 quid or something insane these days. I'm waiting for the absolute optimum moment to sell it.
Well, that would be when it goes down. It comes out on the virtual console. And it's
Well, this is the whole fucking worry, actually. Yes, maybe I should just get rid of it soon.
I know. I knew people who used to hoard copies of Symphony in a Night on a PS1 because they were worth so much money, and it come out on the virtual console and just bombed.
Oh, I knew somebody who had a lot of ColecoVision games.
Oh,
The telegames ones, which were released after them, were quite rare. In fact, and as time went on, they got more and more rare. Never really a thing in this country, but American collectors fucking love them. And then suddenly, telegames, because they still exist, telegames, found all the games in a fucking warehouse and flooded the market with them. So they all sort of dropped massively in value overnight. With the exception of Boulder Dash, they didn't find any copies of Boulder Dash.
Oh.
And I got a copy of Boulder Dash for the ColecoVision the other day.
Yeah, that's right. You were telling me. Well.
Yeah, I'm fucking looking forward to selling that. That's going to get me back the entire amount I spent on the whole ColecoVision.
This will put my kid through college.
Yay! Anyway, enough of this commerce.
How about Microsoft?
Yeah, Microsoft are just referring to themselves as Xbox on it now, I noticed.
I wonder if that's going to be the next console name. Just Xbox.
Yeah, folks. So we had Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox One. I reckon this one will be called Xbox the Hat That Kills. Now, that probably makes too much sense, actually. Actually, they're always numbers, aren't they? Xbox 47.2.
No, I reckon it's just going to be called Xbox. Because everybody got so upset because the next one was going to be called Xbox One because everyone was quoting it as Xbox 720 for years, weren't they?
Yes. 360 was an odd suffix to put on it, wasn't it?
It's because they didn't want to go numerical like Sony did.
Bit stupid to call the next one the One, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, it meant Xbox all in one.
Oh yes, because of course that was the whole thing. Well, in my play games, but more importantly, you can use these amazing features, most of which will never be released, and none of which will be released in the UK.
I remember watching the trailer for that. The preview they'd done it just for E3, didn't they? And you can stream NFL matches on it. What the fuck would I want to do that?
You can stream the curling championships on it. What you mean, like my fucking television does?
Yes, the World Kabaddi Championships. Wow, thank you.
Yeah. Kabaddi. I don't. That was such a weird fucking thing. That must got to be one of the most stupid launches ever.
Yes, and by the way, you're getting a Kinect with it, and you can't get one without it, and it uses 10% of the console's power. It makes it inferior to the PlayStation 4.
Yep, and we're never ever going to release a version that doesn't work unless it's plugged in all the time. Oh wait, before the launch, we've actually changed it.
Yeah.
So I replaced my Xbox One, which was getting tits up, with an Xbox One X, right?
Yeah.
And I just realised the other day, how do you plug the Kinect 2 into it? Is there even a method?
There is. Basically, Microsoft secretly announced on their website you could buy an adapter for free if you claimed with it for the first 2 months of the Xbox One X coming out.
Oh.
Otherwise, you've got to pay £60 for it now.
What?
Yeah.
That's more... I mean, you can get the fucking Kinect 2 for like 20 in CEX. Oh. I wonder if AliExpress are doing something. It's very rare to play Just Dance or something, but yeah. It's sad to have this clever piece of kit there you don't use.
The only person I knew who actually really used it all the time and enjoyed it was Mike Jevons. He had it. He's still got it set up in his house. So.
It's an amazing bit of kit. It's so beyond spec for what it needs as well. It's a fucking astonishing research tool and stuff.
There's some guy on YouTube who's actually using it to detect ghosts.
And bend spoons.
Yeah. There is no spoon, only Kinect.
I've worked out the Earth is flat from my Kinect 2. It's amazing how quickly it went from...
I worked out this injection gives my son autism just for the Kinect.
The Kinect gave my son autism. Yes. He was talking to that Milo child, and Peter Molyneux came, and then, well, next thing I knew... God, that's gave my child autism with a fucking injection. Like, you know it's genetic. Like, you can't fucking give it...
Well, the worst thing is, even if it was 100% true that giving injections to your children will give them autism, that these people would rather have a dead child than an autistic one.
Yep, that is absolutely implicit in it, isn't it?
Yeah. How messed up is that?
Anyway, let's not get angry at bastards.
Yes.
That's for afterwards. We were going on to
Microsoft.
Oh yeah, Microsoft. Yeah.
Yes.
So new console for Christmas next year.
Yes. Only one game announced for it so far, which is Halo Infinite.
Yes, which I don't know anything about actually.
I believe, from what I've heard, it's going to be an open world Halo game.
I've had no interest in any Halo since I've completed the first game.
Oh,
never
Halo
played
2
anything
was
else.
probably the apex for me.
That was
Apart
a
from the ending.
big thing in America. That's like one of the first sort of proper online games, wasn't it? Yeah, I know that's.
I got into so many arguments with random strangers in that game. My God, no wonder my bloody blood pressure's all completely messed up from that. So I just get into random people. Yeah, I can't even think about it. It literally is making my blood pressure go up now just thinking about it.
Fucking, I'll quickly change the channel.
really
Change the
dizzy.
channel.
Yes. So yeah.
Bloody hell. So here's another Halo. Then there's a Gears 5.
Yeah.
Gears
5.
Do people still care about Gears of War? Nobody ever seems to
Apparently,
mention it much.
it's going to have Terminators in it now. If you pre-order the game, you can have Terminators in Gears of War 5.
Fucking Mortal Kombat now, isn't it? You've got
Yeah.
bloody Donatello in it next.
Random cameos, yeah.
Bloody hell. Another game had a Terminator in, didn't it? I saw.
What would that be? Terminator 3?
I
RoboCop
can't
versus
remember.
Terminator?
It's it's another recent game. Fuck me, that was it. Ubisoft. Their latest Ghost Recon game had like some sort of Terminator tie-in.
Oh, okay.
Breakpoint. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Don't know what it is about
It's
Terminators.
Assassin's Creed Terminator.
So yeah, hang on. So
Just
everybody's
Dance Terminator.
please. We all know it would be a Just Dance Predator, Larry.
You have to dance and go, I need your boots, your clothes, and your motorcycle.
Why are Terminators? This is what's happened. This is what Google Stadia has done. It's become Skynet, and it's releasing Terminators into all the games. There was some sort of new Xbox Game Pass version, wasn't there? More expensive Ultimate version.
£15 a month, that is.
And that includes Live Gold, doesn't it? But also
Yes.
PC games?
But you can't play PC games on your Xbox console, I take it.
I assume not. Unless they're doing some sort of... Well, we know they are going to be doing
Well, they
some
are
sort of
doing
streaming
a
stuff.
cloud system, but I don't know if it extends to PC games. But then again, it's just the same bloody game with the Xbox version anyway, half the time. So
Well, yeah, there's so little difference in the architecture these days, isn't there? There's a new Elite controller been...
yes, Elite Season 2.
my God.
I mean, we're getting bloody season passes for controllers now. I mean, what the fuck is that going on?
Did you see the price of the bastard?
Is it over £100?
It's $180.
So that's about 150 quid.
Yeah, but by the time
yeah,
tax and everything, it'll be about 180 quid. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Well done.
So fucking hell. That's...
I bought
Wow.
refurbished one of the original off eBay for like 40 quid. And that's what I used to play PUBG with, actually. It's quite good for that.
I've heard it. I mean, it is a good controller. I don't know what I said I've heard. I have used one, but they're so fucking pricey, man. That's crazy, isn't it?
It's got that lovely rubbery texture on it. It's going to go all sticky in about 10 years as well.
Is it? Oh God! Or if it was the one they used on the Amstrad Pen Pal and the Gizmondo.
Yeah.
In 5 years, it will have melted.
Yeah, it's going to fuse into your body and that. I am one with my Gizmondo now.
Which is actually how Cyberpunk 2077 starts. Oh, just laughing too much to say 2077 properly. Oh. Yeah, that was interesting. Suddenly Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. Whoa, I know Kung Fu.
Yeah, I know Cyberpunk.
Yes.
Every
If you're going to download 16 gigabytes into his brain and kill him or something like
Johnny Mnemonic.
Johnny Bubonic, yeah.
Turns into a dog like in that freak show film he was in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, every time I see Cyberpunk 2077, I get a little bit less interested in it. There's always something about it. I think what it is it looks really fucking clean. All the art, sort of textures and the architecture and everything.
It's not grimy, you mean.
Yeah, which always for me is like one of the Cyberpunk kind of tenets, you know. It just seems a bit too video game. I don't know. It doesn't look lived in. Like the difference between Star Wars and a cheap 70s
Basically,
sci-fi.
it looks like a Disney version of dystopian future, really.
Yeah. Wish they'd got the Shadowrun license. That'd have been fucking amazing.
Did they try that then?
I don't know. I don't think so. No, I think they just went from the ground up for a same thing. But I do love me some Shadowrun.
Well, they bought the rights to The Witcher. They don't own that, do they?
That's true enough. Yeah, CD Projekt.
Because they made an absolute fortune off that, didn't they? Because the guy felt sorry for him and only sold it to him for 16,000. Because he said, no, video games, they won't be interested in video games. And they've made like $500 million off the license so far. So.
Oh my god, and he gets nothing because he did a buyout.
No, got it. Yeah, he did a buyout. And now he's trying to sue him.
Oh god.
He's weird. He looks exactly like J.I.R. What's his name?
Hartley?
No, the guy from Game of Thrones.
George R.R. Martin.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Bloody hell. That's... Yeah. I don't know. The Shadowrun games, the strategy tactics ones they've been doing have been fucking great, but it'd be interesting to see it stretch beyond. But speaking of George R.R. Martin, Larry...
Yes.
Elden Ring.
Yes.
So that's from Miyazaki, the Dark Souls guy, and George R.R. Martin have joined forces to give him another excuse not to finish the Game of Thrones books.
Oh.
Sorry, Song of Ice
I
and Fire.
reckon a Game of Thrones Dark Souls would be quite good, to be honest. That or Dynasty Warriors.
Dynasty Warriors, yes. A slightly cut down, not quite so crazy version, maybe.
Yeah, a Dynasty Warriors Game of Thrones would be brilliant. They were going to do a Star Wars one at one point, and that sort of fell under the table.
Oh, well, is there any more expensive license in the world?
Based on the Clone Wars and stuff. Well, judging by all the bargain bins in shops at the moment, for all the Rose Tico figures everywhere, I think.
Fucking... all the Rogue One figures are all I've seen. I haven't seen any Last Jedi figures for ages, but Rogue One figures I've seen reduced. I was in Ireland last week and they were €1. Like
so how
80p.
much is that? Oh, okay.
Yeah, fucking astonishing.
There's a meme at the moment with Rose Tico figures that people, when they find them in the store, they stack them into a pile. So you see these little Rose Tico sort of stacks.
Oh, so I must say, though, it's a fucking good figure. Have you seen it? It's like
briefly, yeah.
Yeah, it's frighteningly accurate. Like I've never seen a figure that small look so good. And the 5-inch version, the Black Series, no 6-inch, isn't it? Black Series ones doesn't look anywhere near as good.
That's weird. I thought they were doing sort of digital scans of the actors' faces now for these figures.
They absolutely are.
How can
they
fuck that up? Was she putting a funny face at the time?
No, it's still quite good, the larger one, but the tiny one is fucking amazing. And there's one of her sister, yeah. I have that on my desk as I speak, and it's just looks fucking amazing.
I blow it a kiss every night for them.
It's so beautiful.
You shouldn't have died in that such a stupid way.
Yes, fucking stupid Poe Dameron.
Yeah. And how do mines work? How do you bomb in space as well?
Magnets.
Yes.
Fuck, how do they work? She's standing next to the Mad Gasser of Mattoon, and next to a small metal model of Voldemort who appears to be being filleted by a snake. That's how my desk works, Larry.
Thank you for sharing that.
I thought you'd enjoy that. But yeah, Elden Ring. So it's based on Norse mythology and stuff by the looks of it. That's about all anyone knows about it, really.
Are you interested?
I was till I found out it was open world, and now I have almost no interest in it whatsoever. Because the reason I love the Dark Souls games so much is the fantastic level design.
Yes, linear.
Yeah, I mean, it's the levels are fucking brilliantly designed. That's one of my favourite things in games. Whereas open world games, I very rarely get sucked into because you
Dark
never
Souls
feel like you're anywhere.
Dark Souls 3 is a little bit confusing in some places because they got a bit twisty, a lot of the maps. I didn't know where to go.
Don't they bloody all. The most linear one is probably Dark Souls 2. I don't think much of that game in general, really. The twistiest, possibly Bloodborne, I don't know.
Yeah, that goes all over the place, especially the first hometown one.
Yes, the Mighty
city.
Yharnam.
Yes.
Yeah. Fuck, I love that game. But yeah, Elden Ring, hopefully good. But I haven't had time to play bloody Sekiro yet, which looks amazing.
Oh, Wes loves it.
You said it was his favourite game ever.
Yeah, he said it's his favourite game of all time.
Fucking hell. I've got to get playing this thing.
I have to show you a video of him beating the final boss because he said it took him an entire day to beat him, and he just at his wit's end, just shouting at it. So, yeah,
and then he does it, and ascends to a higher plane
Yes.
of existence.
Yeah, it's well worth checking up on YouTube. Games Dungeon.
I'm definitely not, though, because that would spoil the end boss for me.
Oh, yes.
So I'll have a look after I've finished the game.
Oh,
I've totally managed to avoid all spoilers for it, which is great.
okay.
So be sure to put plenty in the comments, everyone.
Yes.
So
So we're talking about Microsoft at the moment, aren't we? So
yes, yeah, we just said Elden Ring. That was part of
Battletoads.
this. Fucking hell, yeah. Very cartoony looking as well.
That looks... But it's drawn by somebody who doesn't know how to draw. That's what it looks like to me. It looks very... I was quite disappointed by it. I thought it'd be very more stylised, especially this day and age. But I think they're trying to go for this sort of... I'm not very good at drawing sort of character design now. Or cal arts, as people call it nowadays.
It's yeah. As much as I love a scrolling beat 'em up, they're very rarely any good for starters. There's only a few good ones.
Especially nowadays.
Yeah.
I completely miss the point of scrolling beats 'em ups.
A lot of the problems is with the transition to 3D. They seem to have lost a lot of the weight to it, and the characters are all floaty.
Well, they're going back to 2D now. I mean, they got Streets of Rage 4 coming out soon, and that's back to 2D.
True, yes, that's quite cartoony looking as well, isn't it? Trying to think what else they had. Borderlands 3, of course.
Borderlands Take 2, though. We're talking about Microsoft.
No,
I'll tell you all the games that Microsoft announced anyway.
Guildford, they did announce Borderlands 3, didn't they?
Borderlands 3. They did announce Borderlands 3. That was Take 2.
Oh, I see. I thought that was part of the Xbox one. Oh,
Well, they do that, don't they? Look, it's coming out on our system because it's popular.
oh God, of
They do,
course.
I
So you end up seeing everything 5 times. Yeah, this is what confuses me. Yeah.
One of the most confusing things about Microsoft, they finally announced they're going to bring out Flight Simulator for the Xbox. After all
Holy
these years.
shit, they did as well. I'd forgotten that. Bloody hell. It's about bloody time, isn't it?
Yeah. Forza Horizon 4, so they get a Lego DLC.
I see.
There's a Funko Pop Gears of War game coming out for mobile.
Christ almighty, yeah.
It's going to be like a tactics type game. But Minecraft Dungeons, which is an isometric.
Oh,
Minecraft.
yeah, that's basically Diablo that looks like Minecraft, isn't it?
Yes.
Or you could say Diablo with shit graphics.
Or Diablo with good graphics. Because it's also coming out on Switch, isn't it, sir? So yeah, the other games are Bleeding Edge, Age of Empires 2. That's for PC.
Bleeding Edge. That's so that's the crazy cyborg 4-on-4 fighter, isn't it? Bleeding Edge.
I believe so. Oh yeah, yes. What's the other game they done? They don't right at the beginning, wasn't it? They showed you that one.
Yeah, I was hoping that'd be like Power Stone or something, but it's more over the shoulder kind of stuff, isn't it?
Like Gotham City Villains or whatever it was.
Oh my God, yes.
That's what it reminded me of.
Fucking hell, man.
That died on its arse. It went free to play because nobody played it, and still nobody played it.
Yeah, Jesus, Gotham City Rejects or something. I can't remember what it was called.
Yes. Well, you either play the Joker team or the Batman team.
Yeah. Fucking hell, I'd forgotten that existed.
Is it the Ninja Theory? Are they doing it? People who've done various DMC Fire, DMC and stuff like that. Yeah, it's them, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's not relevant to the game, but I really would like a modern Power Stone or something. There probably is one on bloody Steam or something, isn't there?
I'm surprised nobody's done that, really. Yeah. I suppose Capcom haven't released Power Stone yet, really.
Yeah, they've really forgotten about that one, haven't they? They're re-releasing everything else up the fucking hoo-ha. So
that and Saturday Night Slam Masters, they seem to forget exists.
yes, they absolutely fucking do. When that is a solid game.
Apart from the second one, that's a bit shit.
What's the second one? Is that Muscle Bomber?
No, it's Saturday Night Slam Masters. Slam Masters 2, but it's just a 2D fighting game.
Oh shit! Yes, I do remember that.
So
Muscle Bomber is just the name of the first game in Japan, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh dearie me. So there's that game with the wisps in Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Yeah.
Just like a little wispy bloke running from big monsters.
Yeah,
Looks very pretty.
I don't know how they managed to get Kenneth Williams in that game, though.
It's astonishing. Latest technology, bringing back the dead to...
Final boss is Evil Edna.
That'd be fucking amazing.
I'm gonna get you, Tori.
The Americans listening, I wonder what the fuck we're talking about now. Will o' the Wisp, guys. Look it up. Oh, dear. But yeah, it looks it looks very much like pretty
Yes.
platformy indie game thing, you know, in
Yes.
the vein of Limbo and Braid and all that kind of
Right,
stuff.
yeah, you have a pretentious 2B platform indie game now. Yeah,
So, yeah, precisely. And Microsoft have acquired Double Fine, haven't they?
Have they?
Yes, yeah, and Psychonauts 2 will now be presumably Xbox exclusive.
That's ironic because wasn't it supposed to be the original was supposed to be an Xbox exclusive as well, but they had to release it to everything else because nobody bought it.
Yeah. I've never played it, but people fucking love it.
I played it for a bit. I found it boring.
Oh.
I didn't get in with it. Sorry.
How dare you, sir? How dare you? And finally, Phantasy Star Online 2.
Yes. The day when nobody gives a shit about it anymore.
I mean, that's taken a while, isn't it? I remember playing that on the fucking Dreamcast, the first one.
Oh, yes.
And they've released like 100 versions of the first one, haven't they? They've finally got onto version 2. 'Cause there was a version for the GameCube, wasn't there?
Yeah. It kind of come with that massive keyboard controller, didn't it?
Yeah, that's God. I saw one of them in a second-hand shop and it was expensive, but I wish I'd bought it just because it makes me laugh every time I see it.
Just can't come use it as a weapon for any burglars who come in.
I was actually going to surf on it. It's a bloody, not just internet surfing, real surfing.
Yeah, I just got a replacement roof for my house.
Wait, my house isn't big enough. Yeah, as you say, just nobody really cares. They had that kind of single-player game on Xbox 360, didn't they?
What was...
That I remember that being one of the first Xbox 360 games that was heavily reduced. I also remember trying to play it, and it was really boring.
I played it for a bit, but you had to do a monthly subscription on top of Xbox Live, and that really annoyed me.
Really? I thought it was a single-player game.
No, you could get up to a certain level in single player. But
fucking hell, no wonder it was reduced so heavily. Shit.
Well, nobody played it, yes. So I played it for a little bit, and I got. Well, the thing was, I used to play it so much on the Dreamcast, I actually got physically sick of. Not even thinking about it, it makes me feel physically sick of playing it and stuff
Holy
like that.
Shit.
So yeah,
that was the first ever proper online game I played co-op. Really. But before that, it was all like Unreal Tournament. You know.
I had a friend who was absolutely addicted to it. He used to play it all the time, and I only played it like 5 minutes, and he dragged me onto his team and that, and put me up against the final boss. I got completely obliterated in about 10 seconds by one hit and that. So I kept dying over and over and coming back there. So he killed him on his own. I just leveled up just massively because I managed to defeat the final boss of my friend when he was so leveled up on that because he could take on the boss on his own. And my levels just got skyrocketed from that. Always remember that. Stop playing it afterwards. It's just a bit boring, I think. Okay.
That needed more story online did, but I never really played the 360 one. But
I also don't like the fact they sort of console MMOs and that they force you not to talk to other people you see in the game as well because they're so worried that somebody's going to be racist or offensive or something. They won't let you talk to anyone, and it's just annoying that you can't converse with anyone else.
So you have to use little emoticons and things.
Yeah, and just smiley faces and hi and stuff like that. And I want to talk to people.
Yeah. Well, be interesting to see how that goes. I mean, I really liked Phantasy Star Online. I would potentially be up for that, but then again, an online game I've got bloody time for these days. So
well, if it's free to play, I'll get it. I mean, it's free to play online and stuff.
Yeah, you would hope in this day and age it better bloody be.
But I don't think there's no future in them to pay monthly subscriptions in MMOs now.
No, because you've already got your bloody, your Xbox Pass or your PlayStation Pass or both, and then you're looking at things like Netflix and stuff these days. People can only subscribe to so many things. You know?
Yeah. Ugh. So you might as well just keep them involved for free and just rip them off for loot boxes. So
yeah, that's absolutely it. Absolutely, yes. I see no problem with that whatsoever. Also, Blair Witch Project first-person horror game.
Yes, which is Resident Evil 7. Well done. You made a game that people aren't too fussed about.
Yeah, congratulations all round. And something called The Outer Worlds, which looks kind of like Fallout versus Borderlands.
Yeah, that's what it is. Made by the people who, it's by the same publisher as BioShock. So, but it's made by Obsidian, who done Fallout New Vegas.
Oh, that was like arguably the best of the Fallouts, wasn't it? Well, the 3D ones. Interesting. I think that's it for Xbox, isn't it?
I believe it is.
Yeah.
So yes, who else would like to talk about? Konami were there for the first time for a while.
Were they? I didn't even realise. I've got no idea what they... Tell me what they revealed.
They released Contra Rogue Corps, which is a twin-stick shooter.
Oh, I did hear about that. Yes, yeah.
Yes. And Contra Anniversary Collection.
Oh, and I did hear about that. Yeah. Very well thought of games, the old Contras. Or Grisor, as we called the first one over here.
Probotector.
Yes, oh God. I'd forgotten that was a thing. Christ almighty. Yeah. Anything else from the Konami stable?
That's it. That is it.
Oh God. No wonder I missed them.
No Silent Hill. No another Metal Gear game that with zombies in it. Actually, they were going to do that. Metal Gear Survive 2, and that's sort of a bit of a no-show at the moment.
Oh. I'll tell you something.
Will you?
No, I've decided not to now.
Oh, okay.
No, seriously, Konami. So they're doing this NEC PC Engine Mini thing, aren't they?
Yes. Yeah, TurboGrafx Mini.
Yeah.
I wonder if the European version is going to have all the lineup of games that come out over here.
What, both of them?
All zero. Blazing lasers and that's it. So.
Yeah, literally, yeah. It's odd as well, because we're getting like a different design of the Japanese one, aren't we?
Are we?
Yeah, they're getting the TurboGrafx design in America, the PC Engine white design, and we're getting the grey one. I can't remember which model that was, but it was like
that's the Core 2.
That's it. Yes,
because that was my first PC Engine.
Yeah, but that is the one, or that is the design they're releasing over here.
I wonder if they're going to release a mini console. Do you get a free mini packet of skips compared to size 2 as well?
Well, how mini is it going to be? Because they were fucking tiny anyway.
Yeah.
I'm quite excited for that. I like the idea of these consoles which just aren't as well known as they should be.
Yes, GX 4000 Mini coming soon.
Yeah, oh my God. Apple Bandai Pippin Mini. Yeah. I would like an FM Towns Marty Mini. That would be amazing.
Ooh.
But mind you, it's only arcade games on it, really. Isn't it?
Mini Marty.
Mini. Oh, the Mini. No.
Have you got a Mini? Have you got a Marty?
I do. I have a car Marty.
Ooh, that's very valuable.
That's rare as fuck, that bastard. And I've got a controller for it and a handmade bloody SCART lead for it. Because the SCART leads for it are so rare, they're even rarer than the consoles.
Yes. No, I think mine was just composite.
Yeah, the Marty had a really weird output because it was supposed to output literally to a car, wasn't it? God, such a weird.
No, I had the car. I've got the console one. I've got the console one.
Ah, yes, the proper bugger.
But I think my one does this video out as well, so.
Oh, nice.
Might be all right for that one. Yes.
Yeah, that's an improvement, to say the bloody least. I'm trying to think. Bethesda.
Bethesda, yeah, they got quite a lot of games out.
Yeah.
They announced a Battle Royale game for Fallout 76, Nuclear Winter.
Oh, God. And they're bringing NPCs into it. Who knows, in a couple of years, they might have a fucking game in there somewhere.
Yeah.
You know? That's been a disaster, that, hasn't it? It really has.
Yes.
I didn't realise how little game there was in Fallout 76.
Yeah, it's very, very bare bones.
Yeah, it's frighteningly so. It's like one of those sort of weird indie Steam survival games from 5 years ago, you know.
Yeah,
very odd.
Oh, yeah. Daisy. Daisy's just come out for the Xbox One as well.
Has it? Bloody hell.
PS4, yeah.
Good God, I thought it kind of had its day, though.
They were terrible. It took them 3 years. They did no updates for 3 years, and they released one completely out of the blue, and it just allows you to lock doors behind you. And that's it. So it took them 3 years to release a patch for unlockable doors.
Because they didn't know how to open doors. So they were trapped in the office for 3 years. And they couldn't pay the electricity bills. They couldn't keep going. Bloody hell. But yeah, that's an embarrassment all round, Fallout 76, isn't it? I thought it was just people sort of complaining because it's not as good as the main games. Then I actually sort of saw more of it and was like, fucking hell. Like, how dare they release this? It's just...
And most of the quests in the game are just fetch quests as well.
Oh,
or go here and kill this guy, come back, and stuff like that.
So you mean like something out of fucking EverQuest or something?
Yeah.
You know? Bloody hell. Well, there's a new Doom game, isn't there? Doom Eternal.
Yes. That looks quite good, but it doesn't look too different from the other one, the other Doom.
Yeah, I couldn't really spot much of a difference myself. But to be fair, I haven't played the last Doom yet. Quite looking forward to that. It just looks like it's a lot of fun. But this new one looks kind of the same.
Yes.
There's a thing. Did you see Ghostwire Tokyo?
I must have. I have to see what it's about, though.
The main character's a ninja type. Looks a bit like the Ronin redesign of Hawkeye from Avengers Endgame. And it's basically a lot of spooky ghosties and things in a modern Japan setting. Looks quite interesting, but again, it's a sort of cinematic trailer, so don't know.
Wolfenstein Youngblood.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that one. What is the deal with there?
It's Wolfenstein set in the 80s. Basically, they just called it Wolfenstein Blood Dragon, really.
Yeah, yes. I was literally about to say that when you said 80s.
Yeah.
So it's the main character's kids or something?
Yeah, it's his daughters, which doesn't make sense because his son's Commander Keen.
Oh,
in
shit.
law, isn't it? So, don't know what's happening there. Which is also getting a game on Android and iOS.
Really cartoony looking one.
Yeah,
isn't it?
and it looks like shit as well. It's not even a platform game, it's just a tactical game again, tactics game.
Oh, but Commander Keen...
Actually, I think it might even be a tower defense game at some extent. I'm not sure, but it doesn't look like a platform game anyway.
But Commander Keen was like literally just platform games, wasn't it?
Yeah. Because I mean, the design and look of it, I thought it's going to be like a Gianna Sisters type game, and it's not. So that's quite a disappointment. There's a VR Wolfenstein game coming out, Cyberpilot.
Oh, I did not hear of this. That's interesting.
The Elder Scrolls game, Elder Scrolls Blades.
Oh yeah, that's like the sort of tablet or phone game, isn't it? They're porting it to the Switch.
Yeah, what's that game that come out that you're sort of sword fighting one?
Infinity Blade.
That's the one. Yes, I played that in the arcade. They got it in the arcade in Yarmouth.
Fuck.
And basically, it's just a 32-inch tablet you play with.
Bloody hell, that's odd. I mean, I've seen like Fruit Ninja in the arcades.
Yeah, and Cut the Rope, the arcade game.
Yes.
Flappy Bird's got an arcade game.
Yes, which again looks like a giant phone. Yeah.
Yes.
I quite liked the first Infinity Blade. I remember buying the second, but I've never played it. I should get round to that. There was a third, wasn't there? Some sort of expansion for Rage 2.
Yes.
And a couple of expansions for Elder Scrolls Online. And I think, did they say Elder Scrolls Online was coming to Switch? I actually can't remember.
I don't know. I don't think if I didn't hear that. If they did,
no, I could well be wrong on that one.
Elder Scrolls Blades definitely coming out for Switch anyway. So.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And the other one was Deathloop, wasn't it?
Deathloop, which I don't really get what that's supposed to... You got to keep killing some other person over and over or something. It does a loop when you kill them.
Like two people who are just always killing each other in a time loop. It's very odd. But there seem to be like NPC enemies as well, and stuff like that. And they look kind of like Jedis. There seem to be quite a lot of force powers and things going on. And parkour and stuff. Don't really know about that. It's a bit of an odd one.
Again, when they do early tree views and it's just a sort of the cutscenes and stuff like that, it's hard to sort of fathom what the game is supposed to be about.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't tell if it's FPS, if it's third person, if it's fucking tactical game. You have no idea.
Or is it going to be one of these games that you sort of manipulate time, sort of cross between Max Payne and sort of something that you can rewind time as well, time shift?
Yeah, that's a possibility. That would make sense for the time loop thing. But they didn't kind of show that. Well, that doesn't mean anything, does it?
But it's made by the people who made Dishonored.
Oh, that was a quality production. I think that's it for Bethesda, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Squeenix next.
Yeah, Squeenix, yes.
Squeenix.
I don't even heard of it. They're actually going to do a remake of Final Fantasy VII.
Fuck me, they made a seventh one?
Yeah, apparently.
Jesus. So, I've got to say, Larry, it does look fucking amazing.
Yes.
If the combat is fun, I think they're going to knock that out of the fucking park, as long as they don't do like shit storytelling or something.
But it's only going to be set in Midgard, or wherever it is, Mithra.
Midgard, yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to split the game into at least 3 parts. now.
Oh, so part 1 is you underneath the rotting pizza. Hey,
Yeah.
bit of a soundtrack reference there. And then like part 2 will be in the desert or something, and then
Yes.
oh,
So
yeah, that's weird because they're splitting it into 3 games with modern technology, but it has less scope.
yes. Well, I don't know. Maybe they're going to sort of spread it out a bit because they can't. Because the Midgard thing at the beginning was only about an hour, 2 hours long at most, wasn't it? The original.
Yeah, and you go back there at the end, don't you? And we can do. No, yeah, actually, it does sort of end there, doesn't it? Yeah, I mean, if they've nailed the combat and the story's good in that could be fucking amazing. Because I genuinely like the look of it. This I know it's Final Fantasy VII, the original, is out for Switch.
Is it?
Yeah. Is it like a remastered version or anything?
I think, if anything, it's going to be the PC version.
Oh, of course. I always forget there's a bloody PC version. You know what? I'm going to look it up. Final Fantasy VII Switch. Oh, that's no good. Oh, the following extra features are included. Wait for it. 3 times speed mode, ability to turn battle encounters off, and battle enhancement mode.
Oh, it's a new feature. You could save Eris.
And kill her yourself.
Yes.
Bloody hell. Here we are. Just trying to find a review or something of it to actually give details. Because surely they must have upped the resolution. Well, yeah, I suppose if using the PC version, then... yeah, it's showing its age when there's a bloody option to increase the speed by 3 times. You know?
Ability no longer have to swap discs.
Well, actually, you do. You have to go and buy the discs and a special CD add-on.
you have to lick the back of the card and then swap it over.
Oh, apparently there is a feature that will replenish your limit break and health with every battle.
Okay.
Oh, that sort of break the larger battles, wouldn't it? Oh, well. Fair enough. But yeah, I would guess it is based on the PC version. For obvious reasons. They can just up the resolution, etc. Can't they? They've got... Oh, fuck me, the Avengers game was Square Enix, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're so used to looking at the actors and that, so now they haven't got the rights anymore. They just sort of, they're stunt doubles, don't they? It's like that scene in Spaceballs, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, because they're trying to sort of move away from the whole movie thing, aren't they?
Yeah.
To the extent that even at the end when the logo comes up, there's just some sort of, Kevin MacLeod from Incompetech music as opposed to the Avengers. Yes. But, yeah, as you say, all the designs are different. The faces are different. The voices are different.
Yeah, it looks like their stunt doubles have got their own movies.
I mean, it's good that they can step away from the films because the films aren't the fucking be-all and end-all. Let's go back to the comics and stuff. But it still feels a little bit too similar to the movie. So,
well, the fact they've chosen the movie Avengers as well.
Exactly.
Exactly. They could easily put other people from X-Men and stuff like that. I mean, you could put like Wolverine and even though like Firestar and stuff like that in it. So, because she was a Avenger at one point, I believe.
Fucking nearly all of them have been an Avenger at one point, yeah.
So I think their choice of characters has been a bit...
that's the problem, isn't it? Copy the movie characters, and exactly as you say, you've got Stunt Double City.
Yeah.
Dearie me.
Well, they didn't put Hawkeye in it, so...
Well, that's some positive then.
Yeah.
So I haven't actually watched the gameplay trailer. What does it look like?
There is no... Well, I don't know if they've announced it. Somebody's leaked it.
Oh.
And I don't. I think it's one of these games that you do a mission from 7 different characters' perspectives. I think something like that. That's what they're going for.
Oh, so you do mission 1, then mission 1 from a different character's point of view.
Yeah, like Iron Man can fly, and the Hulk has to walk along the ground and stuff like that, and Black Widow does whatever she does. So.
Yeah, she gets an Uber.
Yeah,
and splits it with Hawkeye.
Yeah. We'll get our movie one day.
Yes, but no, she's dead.
Yeah.
Well, no, there is still a Black Widow movie in the offing, isn't there?
Yes, she just comes back to life.
Yeah, it was going to be a prequel, I imagine.
One day you'll know.
It would be odd to have a sort of superhero movie where the superhero isn't massively fucking overpowered, because it seems to have gone that way a bit, doesn't it? She can actually have a smaller bloody, slightly more real-world threat as opposed to massive fucking dragon eating the world, etc., etc. Oh, well. Outriders?
Is this for Square Enix?
Yeah. Sort of a 3-player co-op survival FPS thing. There's only like a taster trailer of like a big Lovecraftian monster.
Oh, well, I'm not seeing it on my list here.
Yeah, it's a thing. It looks dangerously similar to... Was it Evolve?
Oh, yes.
Where you had to kill the monster. And yeah, it feels a little bit like that. But I don't know.
Asymmetric fighter versus game.
I don't know. I think actually the monsters are all computer this time, and it's
so it's a horde mode game.
3, yeah, kind of, but maybe big monsters. I genuinely don't know.
Well, I think fun as being a monster, then.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be much released about it as yet. But yeah. And then all your favourite reissues: Final Fantasy VIII Remastered.
Yep.
Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered Edition.
Yes.
The Conicles.
It's a cone-shaped. Yeah.
You have to ram it in the Switch's game port. This big cone. Yeah. I don't understand how Final Fantasy VIII Remastered is working. Is they just doing the graphics from the ground up again?
Possibly, or higher resolution, stuff like that.
Yeah, because you think they would have done that for Final Fantasy VII at one point, but instead you get this entire remake, don't you? Dragon Quest Builders 2? I didn't know there was a Dragon Quest Builders 1.
There was. Again, it's a bit like Minecraft. They jumped on the Minecraft sort of bandwagon for that.
A little bit late to the party for that, guys. And then something a little bit different, top-down racer called Circuit Superstars.
Oh. So like Micro Machines, is it?
I would imagine so. Do you know? I can't remember what it looked like. I'm going to look it up. Circuit Superstars. Is the Forza of Micro Machines, they're saying. Oh, it really does look like Micro Machines. Do you know, fucking hell, it looks almost exactly like Super Skid Marks on the Amiga.
Oh, so you race as a cow, can you?
Yes, cow with wheels, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, looks like a fun little one.
Oh, that's
I
right,
kind of want a Supercars remake where you've all got fucking missiles and stuff, but that's interesting. I think we're on to the last one now, aren't we? Ubisoft. Yeah, I don't know why I said Ubisoft there.
Yeah, it's pretentious thinks it's that, but I've actually asked their PR company how you pronounce it.
It absolutely is Ubisoft. I've heard them say it.
Monobrow.
Yes, Monobrowser. Yeah. He's got promoted again, isn't he? He's like the fucking head of the company now or something.
Oh, wow.
Amazing. Yeah. He's a top bloke as well.
Yeah, lovely guy.
So, Watch Dogs Legion.
Yes, Watch Dogs with lots of Union Jacks everywhere.
Exactly, and it looks a bit like London.
Yeah.
And I was like...
And everybody, call blimey, governor.
Oh, apples and pears. Oh, sure, yeah. Bloody queens and creams dancing on every street corner.
I fucking hate that when they do that with games. It's set in London, it's like Union Jacks everywhere. Everyone talks like this fucking Dick Van Dyke.
That's absolutely fucking right.
The most stupid thing is they put Union Jacks everywhere, but if that was the case, I mean, more the chances there'd be St George's crosses everywhere rather than Union Jacks, wouldn't they, in London?
Yes, fuck knows. I mean, we're not a country that really puts our own flags out. We all know where we are.
Yeah, just in case you forget what country you are for turning your head 10 degrees or something.
But it's one of those things where nobody seemed to have much interest in this until they unveiled the Killer Granny.
Yeah.
Which did look fucking amazing, obviously. It's a fucking killer granny, you know.
You can have a whole army of grannies if you want to, apparently, in the game. So.
With your Persuadertron.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's like you've just got all these NPCs and they're all sort of permadeath, so you have to look after them.
Yeah.
And they're all sort of against the, whatever.
It reminds me of Zombie U, a little bit like that.
Oh, fuck.
And that was set in London as well.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? God, I'd forgotten Zombie U existed.
Yeah, I think Ubisoft hopes everybody does as well. So.
Yeah, that was... Didn't they release it for Steam or something, or release it on Steam for PC or something.
They released it on PS4 because it was a free game in a month a couple of months ago.
Oh, that was it. Yes, I think I got it when it was free game of the month. Yeah, I don't know why. I think because you just press a button and you got it, and you have to pay anything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I never play. I never download it. I just get it for free.
So, yeah, it just sits there just in case one day.
No, I think the whole game because the Zombie U was having the tablet to look down and sort of move your stuff about. Well, and getting rid of that made it about 10 times better, ironically.
Yeah, because it was just a massive pain in the arse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I've just had a message pop up. I can pre-order Cyberpunk 2077.
Ooh.
Brilliant.
Even though it's not out till next April.
Yeah, exactly. And it might not be any good. And what the fuck, guys? Seriously? I'm trying to think there's another Ghost Recon game. The one with the Terminator in that we mentioned earlier. Yeah. That'll be a Ghost Recon game.
Yes.
Don't really know what else to say to that.
But I think it's supposed to be more of a survival game now, apparently, rather than just go there, kill people, go somewhere else, kill people.
Oh, well, that's a bit of an addition, I suppose. There's a Rainbow Six Quarantine or something. It's like a spin-off from Rainbow Six Siege.
Ooh.
They're like that fun a mode that was only available for a short period of time. I can't remember what it is, or the details of it. But it was really popular, so they're actually making a sort of an entire game of it now.
Ooh. They are making Gods and Monsters, which is their take on Breath of the Wild.
Oh, yeah, it looks sort of super pretty, doesn't it? From the Assassin's Creed Odyssey people.
Yes.
Yeah.
I honestly thought it was just going to be like a Switch version of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. You know, when they said when a console couldn't do the graphics, they just made like a super cute version instead.
Oh, like all those Wii games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
I had Midnight Resistance on the Spectrum in my head when saying that, actually, but...
Yes, it's more cartoony than the arcade.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
We've got Roller Champions, which is PC download available now, apparently. But
yeah.
That looks like they're going for the what's his name? That
Rocket League.
Rocket League, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But I've heard quite good things about it from people who
Speedball.
actually do roller derby. They say it sort of has a bit of a feel to it.
Oh, okay.
So that's quite good. It's meant to be just really good fun, basically. Can't argue with that. And yeah, as you say, it's out now for PC, I believe.
Look out for that. The Division. Most of it is updates for other games. Again, like I said, it's a crap year. Division 2, For Honor, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is going to have a thing where you can design your own levels, your own missions or something. Yeah.
Blimey.
So that sounds interesting, but
go to the cellar, kill 30 rats, come back here. And they've announced some sort of Uplay Plus subscription model.
Yes. Oh, so I can play Jimmy Connor's tennis finally at last.
Fantastic. Can we get Command and Conquer Generals that works properly on modern machines? That'd be nice.
Is that Ubisoft? I thought that was...
Oh, bollocks, that's EA, isn't it?
Yeah, you ruined that joke. You ruined that joke.
Ruined everything now. Oh, well, never mind.
You don't know nothing about games. You should kill yourself.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? It's because I'm thinking of... I have a copy of it. It has to run through a special launcher. And I was thinking it was Uplay. But yeah, it's Origin. You're absolutely right. Yeah. So, well, we can all have 50 subscriptions to everything and be bankrupt. So that's something to look forward to. I think that's pretty much it, isn't it?
Well, there's a couple of them. Ukulele 2, Empire of Sin, which is a game by John Romero, which is a gangster multi-console game.
I'm surprised there's a Ukulele 2.
Yes, Ukulele and the Impossible Layer.
Bloody hell. I didn't...
27% more Jontron.
Oh, God. Since there was none in the original game, I don't know how that works.
Ukulele and the Raging Racist.
None. Yes. What? I didn't think Ukulele was that well received.
Well, there's enough to get a sequel. So.
Yeah, bloody hell. Oh, that's,
Team 17 have got a game called Way to the Woods.
Way to the Woods. Ooh.
I don't know what that is. Dying Light 2, which was announced last year, still isn't out. Dead by Daylight is coming to the Switch.
Oh.
Which is
interesting.
New Super Lucky's Tale coming to the Switch.
How is it new?
I don't know. Well, basically, it was Lucky's Tale for the VR game that came out for the Rift, and then they released it on the Xbox One as Super Lucky's Tale. So removing VR made it even better for some reason. And now it's being ported to an inferior machine. It's going to be new Super Lucky's Tale. So.
Of course it is.
Yes. Namco Bandai game Tale of Arise, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, Code Vein, the Dark Pictures anthology Man of Medan, and
What the
Rad.
fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, Rad. No, I have heard of Rad. That is the very 80s looking game where your main character can be mutated in bizarre ways, isn't it?
Oh.
Yeah. So after there's been an apocalypse that wiped the world out, and then there was another apocalypse.
Oh.
And you're sort of post-apocalypse,
Post-apocalypse. Post-apocalypse.
Yeah, exactly. That looks vaguely interesting, but it's not out yet, obviously, so nobody really knows.
Oh.
The Way to the Woods, I just had to look that up because I recognise the name. It's the one with the deer in, isn't it?
Oh, yes. So that's quite good for them. Normally, it's just re-releases of Worms and Alien Breed.
Yeah, exactly. I was expecting Kingpin Bowling or something, but yeah, that's interesting.
Well, they just still mock Amiga Power reviewers and.
So yes, take them to court for giving them low scores, and the judge says, "But they haven't given you low scores." It's got to be one of the greatest fucking court cases in history. They're giving us terrible scores. And they add them all up, and well, no, they haven't.
Yeah, 9 out of 10.
But the other magazines gave us more. Well, maybe they didn't like it as much as the other magazines. Fucking hell. Or maybe they just not as far up your arse as the other magazines were. Oh dear. So that's pretty much it, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, like I said, it was quite a dry year because everybody's gearing up for next year's E3.
Exactly, which leads me to a list of games that I was expecting to hear something about and we didn't. Probably because they've been held back for fucking next gen or whatever.
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls 6, still no details.
Nope.
Whatever comes beyond Skyrim. Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Yep.
No details on that. Or Bayonetta 3.
Bayonetta 3, no.
Last of Us Part 2. I mean, that's so obviously going to be PS5 now, isn't it?
Days Gone 2 as well.
Yeah,
They say that there is no sequel, but even there is, it's half finished. Actually, it probably is finished by now, but yeah. But they're probably going to port it to the PlayStation 5 because Days Gone 1 was such a buggy game on the PS4.
Ugh. What's that pirate game called?
Skull and Bones, yes.
Yeah, that's going to end up. I don't really know what's going on with that.
I've heard that's been cancelled.
Oh,
been
really?
Put on indefinite hold.
Oh shit! That was quite far along, wasn't it?
I think they got cold feet because how badly the Xbox Rare game,
Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves, yeah. I think how badly that did, and they thought as it's also a pirate game, people might not like pirate games.
Oh, so I was talking about this with Dr. Doak of all people. Yes,
Oh, yeah.
he is a real human.
Did you try and shoot him?
Everybody else was already. I was like, no, I haven't got the door decoder off him yet. Jesus, guys. He was saying that the Rare guys, I can't remember, the Stampers, is it?
Yeah, Stamper Brothers, yeah.
Yeah, they've always wanted to do a pirate game. And it took them so long to actually be able to get round to making one. Just interesting. That had been on the back burner for fucking decades, apparently.
It's weird. And it turned out to be rubbish.
Yeah, no,
Well, it's not rubbish, it's just very bare bones and stuff like that.
Yeah, streamers liked it for 5 minutes, and that seems to be it, really. And
well, they got a special PvP mode in it, apparently, now they're going to put in.
Oh, that's
rather than just go around trolling people. So
you can actually do it officially.
Yeah, so I know, maybe a battle royale mode, like everything in existence.
No. And then there's the 3 4s: Age of Empires 4, Dragon Age 4, and Fable 4.
Ooh.
I'm nothing on any of them. I was really expecting to hear something there. It's particularly Age of Empires 4. I thought that was going to be just sort of fairly soon released. I don't know. Do you think Fable 4 is going to move over to the next Xbox?
Possibly, but I think nobody cares about Fable.
No, I think you're right. I mean, I quite enjoyed Fable 2, but Fable 3 was half the game. It's more like Fable 1.5.
Well, I always remember they announced Fable: The Journey for the Kinect at one E3.
Oh my!
And the whole audience just went dead.
Fucking hell! I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that was awful.
Yeah, it's like... He felt really awkward as well. You could see it in his eyes that everybody just went... It's just sort of tumbleweed coming past. But nobody wants Fable. But it's one of these things that they just keep making more and more games of because it's popular with a guy in charge.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
You know.
Same reason there was a Fusion Frenzy 2, because Bill Gates really liked Fusion Frenzy.
Mm. And all the Army Men games as well.
Yeah, oh God. That bloody Fable. You just literally sat in the back of a cart with firing spells at people, didn't you?
Yeah, just flicking your hand at people, yeah.
Bloody hell, like you're flicking water on them, you know.
Yeah.
Because your Dyson Airblade isn't working or something. Bloody
It's
hell.
one of those games you fight at the bottom of bargain bins because literally nobody can play it. Even if they want it, they can't play it. So.
That's true enough. God. The only other one actually is another 4, but this definitely isn't being held off for next gen because there isn't one yet. Metroid Prime 4.
Yes, that went quiet as well, didn't it?
Yeah. As you said, it's been a very naff E3, really, isn't it? It's all been, new stuff coming next year, guys. Have a load of map packs.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's literally is the most dry E3 for years, and the big no-show from Sony sort of made it a bit more tired as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it really did. That's yeah. But I suppose it makes more sense to not put on a show at all rather than put on a crap show with nothing to reveal.
Yeah. Well, they got to do something. They got because keep people interested, really, more than anything.
They literally would have turned up and gone, Death Stranding trailer, guys, on PlayStation 5 next year. Anyway, bye.
Yeah. Do you reckon it will be next gen? No, it's not. It's coming at the end of this year.
Oh, no, Death Stranding. Sorry, no, I meant they'd be announcing the PlayStation 5 existing because they did that anyway, didn't they?
Well, when they announced Watch Dogs 1, they never announced what system it's for, did they, for a while?
Yes. That's very true.
So any game they didn't announce what system it's coming out for is definitely going to be next gen.
This is true enough. But Death Stranding is definitely PS4, isn't it?
Yeah, because they announced it's November.
Yeah. That would be a shit now when everyone's looking forward to it and they've been hyped for so long to suddenly go, well, actually, guys, I think you'll find. Do you know there is one more little thing?
What's that?
There's Netflix licensing Stranger Things out for a mobile phone game. It's going to be a bit like Pokemon Go.
Oh, okay. I thought they were going to do it for not Traveller's Tales. I wanted to do those point-and-click games like Jurassic Park and Tales of the Borderlands.
Oh, no, they went Telltale. They went under.
Telltale, yeah. No, I thought they were going to... Yeah, I thought they were doing a...
No, they went bust some time ago.
Oh, okay. Well, they were going to be doing one, I heard.
Yeah, but... interesting. But, yeah, this is... just some sort of weird Pokemon Go type game to tie in with the, third series of Stranger Things. Very odd.
Very interesting.
What are you going to catch?
Most of them.
You can't catch them all.
Yes.
Just catch most of them, and you'll be fine. So, incorporating the same type of technology as the likes of Pokemon Go, players will be able to journey through the Upside Down as they go about their daily travels, as well as work alongside others to fight against monsters.
So it is literally Pokemon Go then?
Apparently so. Don't know what you collect, VHS tapes?
Yeah, 80s references.
Yeah, just hundreds of 80s. Oh, look, there's Alf.
Yes. Oh, here come, yes. Catch all the Coke 2 cans.
Yeah, the new Coke. They've re-released New Coke as a tie-in for Stranger Things. Did you see that?
I'd like to try some.
I would. I genuinely would. But
I've just heard it's like really, really sweet Pepsi. It tastes like. So basically, it's like Pepsi Max. That tastes. Pepsi Max tastes sweeter than regular Pepsi, doesn't it?
Yeah, kind of does. It's that weird thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's just like going to be a super sweet version of.
Because the story behind New Coke is that Pepsi was all, it's the choice of a new generation because we're doing better in the taste tests. Because when you're having a little thimbleful of stuff, the sweeter stuff is better.
Obviously, yeah.
But
it's quite dry.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas if you're having like an actual big glass of it, you don't want something as sweet. So no. Coke went and massively sweetened up their whole bloody sort of setup, didn't they? And just got rid of the classic Coke overnight. Because people went fucking berserk.
Well, I think Coke works better if you're eating something, really. Because it's
That's
a lot
probably
dry.
true.
You don't want something too sweet when you're eating so. But then again, like places like KFC always have Pepsi because they need something to cut through the fat, really, of the tasting.
Yeah. Yeah, but it works for them, doesn't it? Yeah. To this day, there's people who think, oh, they did that on purpose so that people would rally behind Coca-Cola. They're like, yeah, not really, because nearly fucked the company and cost ourselves a fortune.
Well, they said that, don't they? Unfortunately, we're not that smart and we're not that dumb.
Yeah. What a perfect answer.
Yeah.
What a fucking perfect answer. My God. So, in summary, Keanu.
Yes.
That's our takeaway. Keanu.
Well, I think he has to be permanently stuck in everything Cyberpunk related, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Isn't there a Fortnite skin of John Wick doing the rounds or something?
I heard that, yes. I think they've had to remove him or something, and they made a generic version of him in the end because they lost the license or something.
Oh, I just keep seeing weird ads for it everywhere. Like I give a shit about Fortnite.
Oh, they had Thanos in it for a while as well, didn't they?
Oh yes, God, couldn't you get the glove or something and be
Yeah.
Thanos for a bit or something?
That'd be good. Thanos versus John Wick. That'd be quite interesting. Wow.
Thanos versus John Wick versus Miss Marple
versus Barry Chuckle.
versus Tosh from the Bill
Yeah.
versus Pinhead from Hellraiser
Miss Popoff from.
from fucking Rent-A-Ghost.
Yes.
Just keeps teleporting everywhere and sneezing. You can't fucking kill her. Oh, that's brilliant. Sold. I want that. I want that game. That's what they should do with the Avengers game. They should have the Avengers from the film, except they've replaced Hawkeye with like just some ridiculous character.
Oh,
Lewis
Robin
from
Hood
Inspector Morse.
Oh, I was going to say Robin Hood from Maid Marian. And
Oh, that's perfect. Yes, that's it. Done. Sold. Well, same time next year.
yes, I'll see you next year. No, we're not going to speak again until next June. So
No, in case we accidentally set off all our jokes. Yeah.
So yes, so I think next year is going to be a lot more exciting for us. So,
Yeah, absolutely, because it's going to be all the new games taking advantage of the new technology.
all the
which
new
won't
systems, yes. And
look much better than the current generation of consoles. I think it's going to be diminishing returns for each console generation.
well, they said it's going to have ray tracing this year, and that's so you can be able to see your own reflection in glass and not just bathrooms.
That's cool, but I want to see game mechanics based around that as well.
Oh, God rays.
Because they've turned on ray tracing for like some Nvidia cards, haven't they?
They have, even the lesser ones. Like I've got a GTX 1080, and you can use ray tracing on that now as well. So you don't even need the super top end machines. What have you got?
And that is a good question. I believe mine's a 1080 actually. I'm gonna bloody check. This is the first PC for a million years I haven't built myself, so I can't actually.
I'm still tied behind my Alienware deal all those years ago.
Oh fucking hell! They wouldn't let. God, they wouldn't give us a bloody Alienware PC.
Oh, that's a bit cheeky.
Oh man! So it was for the Alienware X1 or something. It was like this small form factor one, and there was only like one in the country, and there was like had to be somebody from Alienware on set all times.
Well, just
And
in
they're
case
like,
somebody attempted to nick it.
Yeah, and you weren't like allowed to touch it and stuff. It was fucking ridiculous. That was. God.
Oh wow!
I found well, it wasn't me, but somebody found the Office the award we won for that the other day. Got the bloody full-on media advertising award for it. I totally forgot.
That's nice. Well, then again, that was the early internet, and everything else was completely shit back then. So
Yes,
you didn't really have much competition.
Congratulations for not being shit.
Yeah, my main drive was all I want for Christmas is a PSP.
Larry, we weren't that fucking old, mate. My God. But, oh, man. 1080 Ti. So, yeah.
Oh, that's all right. You got a better one, slightly better one than me, but yeah.
Yeah, I must press the ray tracing button or something. I don't know. Oh, dearie me. Well, what a time. Yeah. Bit of a washout, but as you say, next year will be an exciting one because it'll be all the new games for the new gen.
So, can I ask one final question? Is there anything there that you're looking forward to?
There's a couple, actually. So just to run through it, that Gods and Monsters, there's something I like the look of, and it could be just because it was reminding me of Breath of the Wild, to be fair. Killer Grannies and Watch Dogs Legion, it's got to be done at some point in my life. I'll probably wait till it's reduced, or I can humble
less
bundle
Union
or something.
Jacks in it,
Yes, yeah, exactly. I want the Abyssinian version, yeah. Final Fantasy VII Remake is looking pretty fucking amazing. Fingers crossed for that.
Yes.
I want to see how Deathloop works, but I'm not entirely sure I'll play it. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, it's Star Wars, so I'm a sucker for that already.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm looking forward to the most, I think. Because it does look like fun.
Yeah, this is exactly it, isn't
I'm not that into Star Wars, but I do like the Star Wars games.
Cyberpunk 2077 could still be good.
Yeah, it's another year now. I mean, we're looking forward to next E3.
Yeah, fuck, that's absolutely true.
I don't know why they do that. They release a game before E3 like that, because nobody cares by then, do they? It's sort of a bit of a whimper. It should have been, unless it comes out in November, nobody really gets that excited, really.
Yes, I mean, it's too long a lead time will harm your hype, won't it? Elden Ring, I mean, it's Miyazaki, it might still be good, but just the open world thing really puts me off that. That's pretty much it. Possibly Breath of the Wild sequel, depending how that goes.
Yeah, we're not going to see that for another 4 or 5 years, I bet.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Yeah, because they announced the original Breath of the Wild, and it didn't come out for years. But then again, I heard that they actually restarted it from scratch when they announced the Switch, and there's going to be a lot of sort of Wii U sort of mechanics in it originally that I had to take out because they removed them in the Switch version.
Oh,
yes. So there's going to be a lot of... Because if you look, he has a tablet in the game, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that's going to be like a major mechanic in it originally.
Oh, so they basically hamstrung the game so it would work on the Wii U.
Yeah, basically it's a low down port of the Switch version, but it was going to be a lot bigger because it was going to be a Wii U exclusive originally.
Oh, how odd! I didn't know that. Blimey. I'm genuinely looking forward to the Panzer Dragoon with better graphics.
Yeah, that sounds quite good.
So, what are you looking forward to? You've got Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, Jedi Fallen Order. It's a bit. Yeah, I do like Watch Dogs. I did have fun with Watch Dogs. So
I remember the second being much better than the first.
Oh, I prefer the original.
Oh,
I did like a grumbly man. The protagonist is always moaning all the time. That's far more fun than a bunch of people doing memes and stuff.
Maybe I didn't play the second one enough. I've only played that quite briefly. I did have a proper bash at the first one. It was fun, but kind of... I know that generic third-person shooting and all that was a bit...
I just like going online and sort of trolling people as well. You can do that sort of hide-and-seek thing where you can hack them and then hide.
Oh, yeah. I never really got into that.
It was very fun. That was really stressful, though, as well. That was my heart's going about 50 to the dozen doing that. I already stopped playing games now. I'm getting too old.
It's my bloody heart attack.
Yeah.
From now on, I'll only be playing Minesweeper.
Yes, get nosebleeds every 5 seconds just playing no video game.
Bloody hell. Well, I reckon that'll do us for this year then.
Okay, well, thank you very much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for listening to our 2 hours of ramblings.
Ooh, I think that's one of our records, isn't it? Because normally we're done for an hour and a half.
Yeah, how come there's less to talk about, yet we talked for longer?
What are the chances?
We are getting old, we're just rambling on about anything. God. Anyway, goodbye everyone. Take care.
Goodbye. Auf Wiedersehen.